The story begins with Kang Minwoo, an overweight high school student. Minwoo was kind, quiet, and talented at drawing. But none of that mattered. The moment he entered class every morning, people started laughing. Earthquake is here. Move before he eats everything. Even the teacher mocked him indirectly. One day during lunch, a group of boys secretly recorded Minwoo eating and uploaded it online. The video went viral in school. Everyone laughed, except one person, a girl named Han Seo-ah. She quietly sat beside him and placed a milk carton on the table. "You skipped breakfast again, right?" Minwoo looked confused. Nobody had ever spoken to him kindly before. Seo-ah wasn't the prettiest girl in school. She was simple, quiet, gentle. But Minwoo slowly realized she was always there. When his desk was vandalized, she cleaned it. When others stole his lunch, she shared hers. When he sat alone, she sat beside him. And little by little, she became the only happy part of his life. Chapter 2. The Betrayal, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. One day, Minwoo overheard something horrifying. A popular girl named Yura approached Seo-ah. "Why are you always hanging around that pig?" Her friends laughed. Seo-ah calmly replied, "Because he's a good person." But Yura smirked. "You like him, don't you?" Seo-ah froze. That silence was enough. The next day, the entire school found out. People started bullying Seo-ah too. "She likes the fat loser. She must be desperate." Minwoo watched helplessly as Seo-ah became isolated because of him. Then came the breaking point. After school, Minwoo saw Seo-ah crying alone behind the gym. For the first time, he hated himself, not because people bullied him, but because the only person who cared about him was suffering too. That night, Minwoo made a decision. "I'm going to change." Chapter 3. The Transformation, 10 o'clock to 16 o'clock. Minwoo began secretly training every night. At first it was pathetic. He couldn't even run for 5 minutes. People laughed when they saw him jogging. But Minwoo kept going. Rain, winter, pain, he endured everything. While training one night, he met a mysterious former boxer named Coach Ji-hoon. Ji-hoon noticed Minwoo's determination. "You're not weak because you're fat. You're weak because you gave up on yourself." Those words changed everything. Ji-hoon trained him brutally. Dieting, boxing, weight training, mental discipline.
Months passed. Minwoo disappeared from school during vacation, and when the new semester started, nobody recognized him. The fat, bullied boy was gone. Now standing there was a tall, muscular, insanely handsome guy. The classroom went silent. Girls whispered, "Who is he? He's so handsome." Then Minwoo spoke. "It's me, Kang Minwoo." Everyone froze. Chapter 4. Sudden Attention, 1600 to 2200. The same girls who mocked him before suddenly wanted his attention. Yura immediately approached him. "Minwoo, you got really handsome." But Minwoo remembered every insult, every laugh, every humiliation. He smiled politely, but walked past her. Meanwhile, Seo-ah barely spoke to him anymore, not because she hated him, but because she felt distant now. Minwoo had become someone everyone admired, while she was still the quiet, invisible girl. One afternoon, Minwoo overheard girls talking. He'll definitely date Yura, or maybe that influencer girl. No way he'd choose someone plain like Seo-ah. Those words hurt Seo-ah deeply, so she slowly started avoiding him. But Minwoo noticed immediately, and for the first time, the confident new Minwoo became nervous because the only opinion he cared about was hers. Chapter 5. The New Enemy, 22 minutes to 28 minutes. A rich transfer student named Lee Taeyang entered school, tall, charismatic, perfect grades, and interested in Seo-ah. Unlike everyone else, Taeyang didn't care about Minwoo's past. But he noticed Seowa always looking at Minwoo. One day, Taeyang confronted him. You like her? Minwoo stayed silent. Taeyang smirked. Then say it before someone else does. That night, Minwoo remembered every moment Seowa stood beside him. Even when he looked disgusting, even when everyone laughed at him, she never once abandoned him. Meanwhile, Seowa began growing closer to Taeyang, not romantically, but enough to make Minwoo jealous for the first time in his life. Then came the school festival, and everything changed. Chapter 6. The Confession Night, 28 minutes to 35 minutes. During the festival, Yura publicly confessed to Minwoo in front of everyone. The entire school screamed in excitement. Years ago, Minwoo would have considered this impossible, the most popular girl in school, confessing to him. But instead of feeling happy, he looked towards Seowa and saw her quietly trying to leave. That moment made him realize everything. Minwoo rejected Yura calmly. I'm sorry, there's already someone I like. The crowd exploded. Everyone wondered who it was. Minwoo immediately ran after Seowa. He found her outside the school under the rain. Seowa forced a smile. Congratulations. You finally became someone everyone loves. Minwoo slowly shook his head. No. They only love the version of me that became handsome. Then he stepped closer. But you loved me when I had nothing. Seowa's eyes trembled. You stayed beside me when everyone treated me like garbage. You protected me when even I hated myself. So if I'm going to love someone, it was always going to be you. Seowa finally broke into tears, and for the first time, she confessed too. I liked you even before your glow-up, idiot. Then they kissed under the rain. Final chapter, True Love, 35 minutes to 40 minutes. Months later, Minwoo became famous online for his transformation journey. Girls constantly approached him. Brands offered sponsorships. People suddenly respected him. But Minwoo never forgot the truth. The world changed the moment he became handsome. But Seowa never changed at all. One day a junior asked Minwoo, why didn't you choose a prettier or more popular girl? Minwoo smiled, because she loved me when nobody else could. Final scene, Seowa falls asleep on Minwoo's shoulder while they ride the bus home together. Minwoo looks outside the window and smiles peacefully. For the first time in his life, he no longer hated himself.